All right, more work with exponents, 0 and negative exponents. Here I have a division problem. Remember, in dividing, if the base is the same of 5, we subtract the exponents. So here it's 5 equals to the 2 minus 5 subtracting, which gives me 5 to the negative 3. So here when I subtract 2, take away 5, that gives me a negative exponent. Let's look at this by writing it out the long way. This is 5 times 5 on top over 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. Here now I can cancel 5 over 5 to be 1 over 1, 5 over 5 to be 1 over 1. So what we have here is 1 times 1 is 1 up on top, and here we have 5 times 5 times 5 is 5 cubed. So here we can see that these two are exactly the same statement. So 1 over 5 cubed is the same as 5 to the negative 3. This is called the reciprocal property. So remember, when we're going to flip this upside down when we have a negative exponent. This is for the negative exponent. Let me just write it as a note. If I have x to the negative n, now remember, any number is always written over 1. This is exactly the same as I'm going to take the reciprocal of this. This is 1 over x to the, now what's going to happen is the exponent becomes positive. So note what happens. The negative exponent, only the exponent, becomes positive when I flip it upside down. The sign, this is still a positive number out here, and this is still a positive number. So the sign value, meaning if it's positive or negative, doesn't change. The exponent changes. It's negative n. I reciprocate it. I flip it, where the 1 is now in the numerator and the x to the positive n is in the denominator. So here we have a little note to work with, and we'll practice some more of this. This brings up another interesting thing with exponents. If I have 5 squared over 5 squared, well, everybody knows the same number over itself is the number 1. If I look at the property of exponents, I'm dividing. I can subtract the exponents. This is 5 to the 2 minus 2, which is 0. So here we have another property where the 0 exponent automatically gives me 1. It doesn't matter what the value is. If I have 2 cubed over 2 cubed, well, this is same number over itself is obviously 1. If I use my exponent properties where I divide and subtract the exponents, this is a base of 2. 3 minus 3 is 0. So really, any number to the power of 0 is always 1. So here we have two basic notes that we're going to deal with. The 0 exponent always equals 1. The negative exponent puts it in the reciprocal position. So here, it's x to the negative is in the numerator. It goes into the denominator and becomes positive. It's opposite sign.